160 years since the Chinese came to Jamaica as indentured workers. Yes, okay. This year, with 160, the Indians have also been here, the Arabs, and in the various ways. We talk about national dish and all that, but we eat curry goat. Do we write that out of our history or realize that this is part of being Jamaican? I am right now researching the impact of the Chinese on reggae music. The Chinese on reggae music. No, but can you write a history of reggae music without talking about Beverly's? Can you write the history about of Chinese without Randy Chim, etc.? So no. In addition to the order.
I'm trying to
order.
All right. I'm trying to find out if this conversation will be between the two doctors, or is there a space for somebody who's not a doctor?
Absolutely. We want to open it up.
Okay. So, I am not a doctor here. What I am suggesting to my learned brethren here is that we are not negating other people and their oppression. We are cognizant of oppression without color. We are very knowing that. We know that you have oppression without color. What we are saying is that we have to take the African part of this oppression in a very precise way, other than just putting it all over there. When Marcus Garvey went and visited the Ku Klux Klan man, he was not saying why him want to put all of it here. Him saying that, look here, you see, for them problem, they have a problem, you know, but you see, our problem is like for them problem, but you want to make our problem first. That is what I'm saying. It's not that, wait, hold on. It's not that Marcus Garvey don't understand that humanity, because we're not giving up our humanness. What we are saying, that there's a political agenda by a group of people that we now hail as white supremacy, that is maintaining power over another people that them call black. And we now say we are African. We are say politicians, when we talk about the disconnection, this is where the disconnection come in. The disconnection come in because we perpetuate the American idea of out of many.
And the way we are strengthening each other is to define and identify ourselves. I do not myself deal with the black arts. I use the history. We are descendants of Africans enslaved in the New World, and we have to work on ourselves from that point of view. We have to work on ourselves. And I'm sorry, I have to
go. Greetings.
Sister Minnie.
Greetings to everyone. I would like to speak to Mr. Enriquez. Mr. Enriquez, this is Minnie talking over. I would like to ask you, sir, that we would like an African museum in Jamaica, African museum, because we know that you have a lot of African artifacts below the Institute of Jamaica and at the Heritage Trust. There is nothing to show us of the culture and the tribulation we have been through, and they are under the basement of the National Museum. And we would love an African museum in Jamaica, different from all the other museums that you have around here, to teach our people where they're coming from and where they want to head to. That is one. Mr. Davis.
I endorse what you're saying, and I want to advise you that there is in fact
Yes, sir. No, it's in. Yes.
Jerry, hold on. There is an African museum at Maiko. There's a set of African artifacts and a story of where they came from and the people and the tribes and the culture, which is at the Maiko College, right? That's one. But I totally agree with you, and I'm sure that Professor Rupert Lewis also agrees with you that we are moving towards the business of building museums. We have opened the Western National Museum, and we look forward with the ACIJ, that we will have more and more of what you are requesting, because it is the majority of our cultural history that needs to be exposed to all our people.
Yeah, but I'm talking about African Museum, because the things that they have under the basement there, I'm sure they have never come out, because they said they're keeping it for generation and generation. And this generation not seen the shackles and the chain that they have down there. And we would like it to come out now that our children see it. And you know, Mr. Davis, you are Minister of Transportation, sir. It's only 6 hours from Jamaica to Ghana. Ghana is on the edge of Jamaica, just on the edge over there in the east, the west. And it is just, it's 6 hours to take us across from here to Ghana. Now it is taking us 2 days. And we're talking about wealth. Anytime we open a airline to this country, Jamaica will be wealthy. We will not depend on nobody else. Africa have everything that Jamaica need to be wealthy. Just like how the Eagles used to go to Panama and Miami and spend all their money, we can do it in Africa. And I'm begging you, sir, to put that on your first priority, to find a way how we're going to trade with Africa. Ghana is just across the water, and I'm begging you to try to deal with that for me.
Sister Minnie, I hear you. I'm just going to tell you, honestly, the issue is whether there is enough traffic. Whether there is enough traffic.
Sir, there is more than enough traffic. Behave on yourself now, man. Behave on yourself now.
Allow Sister Minnie to continue.
Mr. Davis, they are warriors ready to pick up arms. Yeah. Hello, let me tell you. Hello.
Allow Sister Minnie to finish her comments.
Yeah.
Questions.
Just cool a little now. There is more traffic than you could ever believe, Mr. Davis. You see people from New York and the other Caribbean country. You see people from outside.
One voice here, please. Please.
Jamaica could be a hub for people that leaving from New York, Trinidad, anywhere else in the Caribbean to go to Africa. Jamaica could be a hub. You understand? Because it takes you 10 hours from New York to Ghana. It would take you 6 hours from here to Ghana. So Jamaica, the air could be a top up for people who want to reach Ghana, Africa.
And that, Minnie, I'm not hearing you. That's it.
Countries from New York, Trinidad, Martinique, everywhere to go to Ghana, because it takes 6 hours straight to Ghana from Jamaica by plane. 6 hours. I've checked it out already. And it's taking 10 hours from New York to Ghana. So I'm saying they would come to Jamaica and catch the flight from here to there. It would be, you would have more than you can think. A lot of people want to go home now. You would not expect that.
Okay, I think you have answered that in terms of you want to respond to Sister Minnie's, can Jamaica be a hub? Yeah, Jamaica can be a hub, but if to follow up on your idea, we'd have to look not just at Ghana, but say West Africa, look at Nigeria, which is a bigger economy than Ghana. I know you have a particular link with Ghana, but we'd have to look at a broader picture of West Africa. Yeah. Okay, Professor Bewaji, can you stand up so the mic can come to you? Professor Bewaji.
I love to ask a question,
Yeah, first, okay.
I love to ask a question. but I want to make a little comment first. Marcus Garvey theory consists of enough things. But basically, repatriation part, I hear all discussion, and I've been waiting and waiting for years to talk about repatriation, to talk about reparation, because everybody wants money. But reparation come with repatriation. I believe in the 7 miles of Black Star Line. So, here, discuss black people thing, and Rupert Lewis said that and Muta did we represent black people, and I. And no one not talk about the repatriation. I around here, and I want to know now, how we going to solve black people problems staying in prison? You can't, this is prison. And we cannot solve black people problems staying in prison. Any day we talk about 7 miles of Black Star Line, and them going to start respect us. So I want to ask Rupert Lewis and Muta Baruka, how you discuss the theory and don't tell the people them about repatriation?
Because I was not discussing repatriation. I understand what I say, but I want to go forward to this traveling, because it involves repatriation. The traveling we're here minute about, it's not just traveling, It's a gate. It is necessary to open a gate. Right? All right. Mr. Davis is saying about the volume. No, it's simple, It's simple because we have been talking to couple government about this thing here. It's simple. You have a travel from New York to Brussels, New York to France, New York to Spain, Spain to Africa, and that take like 2 days. Now, you see those people, if Jamaica really and truly, if Jamaica leaders did have sense, they would have realized you can develop a volume of people using Jamaica as the hub for West Africa. In other words, because personally I have been talking to people about this thing, not here in Africa, and them understand the logics of the thing. All you have to do is get the tourist board to start to promote Jamaica as a hub for Africa. By mentioning, and the African them agree, mentioning, and I know the politicians them going to really feel weird about this, mentioning Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley, and Rasta. And anytime you start to promote Jamaica as a hub with them 3 names there, you're going to frighten to see how much people stop go to Brussels, stop go to Germany, to go to Africa and come straight here. Because it is easier to go to Africa, as many say, from Jamaica and the West Coast. It just takes some politician. I don't really like saying it, Mr. B. But when you miss the boat, when you lose it, man, it totally disconnected. Because, Mr. Davis, I go to Africa 2 times for the year already. And I go back there 2 more times. And I tell you, say the African them, I wonder, is born out though. You understand? Because all the connections are disconnected. When I say disconnected, it's not my word, It's politicians in Africa, me talk to them, say it seems that Jamaica is disconnected. It's disconnected because we going to Europe, we're going to Africa, going to America. I travel from here to New York to Brussels, Brussels to, not to mention some people are going to Gambia the other day. We go clear of Panama to France, France to Dakar. And I said, but wait, why the politicians them can't sell Jamaica to Africa for African people? Every plane that I have traveled so far going to Africa do have no seat in there. And all of these people is going to Africa for either business or just want to go home to see their family. Why is it that the Jamaican government cannot recognize that it is very important to develop a tourism industry? Watch a man. Wait there. I don't want to lend to them. Listen to me. You know how much money, Mr. Davis, you know how much money in transit, just in transit, passengers spend in an airport? And millions of dollars that, When a man land in a New York, in a Miami airport, when a man land in a New York in transit, you know, and you know, we're there. A 10-hour me just spent in an airport last week, you know, 10 hours in an airport. You know how much money me spending at the airport? Can you imagine you have a plane load of Africa, a plane load of people that come from America to go Africa in at the airport, so you have to go build a bigger airport. And the money that all the man them so disconnected, Rasta. I don't know, illusion we are selling, you know. Not because we are Rasta. I know illusion we are selling, you know. A reality we are selling, you know.
All right. Can I?
One question.
Yes. Okay. Okay. A matter of procedure. The only comment I want to make on the travel is that I think this has to come from a business plan from the private sphere. It's not going to come from the public sphere. So if you have the idea, you need to encourage people in the private sphere that this is a good thing. The hub is here. I think that this is where the ideas sometimes collapse because you have to back it up with some financial clout. Because we know the state don't have here Jamaica anymore. The state is divesting Norman Manley. So if we have the ideas, I can't see the state doing it. It really is the Pan-African business community now that have to come, well, whatever. So that's my answer to that question. I'm going to ask Prof. Bewaji to make his comment or questions. And then I will be identifying the people in the audience. I see a lady here and so on. So after Bewaji. Microphone.
Check one, check.
A few years back, I'm surprised that the Honorable Minister, didn't mention the point that the former High Commissioner of Nigeria to Jamaica had been part of a process where an air agreement was signed between Jamaica and Nigeria. And I do believe that based on what we all know, what went wrong with that is making Barbados, with a population of less than 500,000 people, to be the kind of linkage they were thinking about. Jamaica stands at the crossroads of everywhere. And consequently, the points which were being made here is very, very true. It seems for some of us, we believe that we have been backing up the wrong tree, not recognizing the value of what we have, and now we can better use it to develop. Rather than fighting over very little, we can create wealth, which can then sustain.
And Ambassador Oyedele, and what we discussed in the meeting was to make the Jamaica a hub, identify one other Caribbean country, Brazil, on to Africa, Gambia, and also maybe Ghana and Nigeria. So what they asked me to do was to come back and put together the proposal with numbers, with some of the things that we've discussed here, and send it to them so that by February 2015, we already came up with a date. By February 2015, we want to see the first charter flight directly from here to Gambia.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's my pleasure to be here. And as a point of instruction, I just want to get some factuality from the Rasta brethren them in regards to being here, in conjunction to His Majesty proposal or agenda where we are concerned. Now, His Majesty points us to being organized and being centralized to actualize what it all points us to. Now, I don't know if the brethren, and I'd like to ask the brethren them such a question that His Majesty related to us.
in terms of organizing and centralizing ourselves. Right? What does it point us to? Now, if the brethren them can relate that, I can give my view towards that. And if any one of the brethren them being opposite to what I am saying, okay, they can relate that. Now,